taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 22 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try to find some people open downfield.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now they'll throw with Brady. This goes to Mack on the check down. Not much there, only a yard. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game. But they must like the matchups they're getting.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Mack gets hit, and the ball is free. And the Ravens have got it. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this.
After review of play, Louisville field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. As somebody whispers and reports the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 22 carries, 76 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
He's got a man, complete. A huge play there for Denver.
But we keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Mack. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Now this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On second down, Dobbins, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
And hang on here, because still down after that play is Marquise. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Space to run past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 32 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's Mack to get it again on second down. Pushes past him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. The side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Uses the stiff arm and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. It's a 1st down and more for Dobbins. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And here's Jackson on the option. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Dobbins will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. 2nd and goal from the 1. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of the, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Marlon Mack now heading back out there.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
7 yards to pick up there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Hey, Alabama. Jacket, reload.
Play action. Now it's Brady.
This to the outside for Mack.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Brady to throw again. toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. Now Brady. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw again on second down. Brady. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing now is Brady. Dumps this one off to Mack. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Jackson on first down. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Five yards remain on second down.
They go play action with Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 and the 15. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
That throw by Brady, incomplete.
He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there.
And that'll bring up second down. Brady going to throw.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go.
So we have reached, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go!
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A big play there on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Dobbins trying the left side. Runs over it, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 94 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On second and goal, Jackson buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And now third and goal following incompletions on first and second down. Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Shotgun now for Brady. That's going to be caught by Judy. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A huge play there for Denver. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Marlon Mack, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Here's Landry. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Flushed out right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 121 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Jackson. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Welcome back now to Denver. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bronco defense comes up big. In his own end zone, it's Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Parker. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Brady. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Owe. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Now Brady got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. 134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a press.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Denver. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Brady.
Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. They'll run the screen with Mack.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Odafe-Oweh.
He's at the 50. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so because we are grading them on their performance in this game. A lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Ravens, they continue to put themselves in position for a 1st-round bye as they move to 8-2.